Ever since I was younger, around 14, 15, I somewhat embraced fitness as a moral duty. I think this is a topic that I haven't really talked much about on this channel, but I think this is important for you to understand. I see building muscle and building a physique as a moral duty. Most people don't really see it like that. They see it as an option. They see it as an amenity, as a decoration to the body. And I think that's a disgrace. I genuinely think that that's a disgraceful way of living. I look at other people, even average people, I'll be honest, even average people, and I don't understand you. I simply just don't understand. I never understood why people didn't see building muscle as a default mode of being. I started building muscle when I was 15, 16 years old. I started when I was 14. And I remember like a year in, I started to see changes, but the whole time I was never really focused on just getting big or anything. It wasn't about getting aesthetic or getting big. I simply just wanted to test my boundaries and test my limits. And I never stopped because I'm not sure what it is that caused this, but innately something just clicked inside of my mind. There is absolutely no point in being human and having this body if I'm not going to push it, if I'm not going to test its limits. What's the point of having a body if you're not going to level it up? What's the point of having anything if you're not going to level it up? Are you going to have a job and stay in the same position the whole time and make the same amount of money? Are you going to have a lifestyle in a living space or whatever the fuck and not level it up? Are you just gonna not level up anything that you own? You're just gonna stick with the same shit over and over and over again. It's the same way with your body. And this is how I thought. And because I've applied this mindset to myself and to life, I now have the body you see now. I've been consistent for 10 years. And with that being said, I'm going to read to you a quote that I have right here from Socrates. And this is a quote that I've resonated with. And this is something that I've discovered only recently. And he said, "No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable." And that's very true because genuinely, if you don't build your body, it's just a damn shame. My name is Chike and I've been consistent in the gym for roughly 10 years now. I've been working out since I was 14 years old. And as you can see, I built a really good physique, a really aesthetic body, and I'm just here to teach you how to do the exact same thing because truth be told, if you don't make this a lifestyle, you really just never finna get fit. You're not gonna get the body that you want, and you're gonna stay the same person that you've always been for the rest of your life until you learn to love the journey and not have that get to the top fast as a bitch mindset and stop treating fitness like it's something that you do for the summer or something that you do in a season or something that you have to fix your life up to start. And you don't start now and just learn to love the journey and see it as something that you do for the rest of your life and make it a personality, you're going to be the same person that you see in front of the mirror. You're going to be the exact same person five years from now, 10 years from now that you see in front of the mirror. Matter of fact, I'll do you one better. You're going to see a worse version of yourself because in order to keep up with your body, in order to maintain the same strength level that you have with your body, you still need to be active. And that's the issue. People think that it's okay to be inactive, that it's okay to not resistance train when that's a lie. Your bones literally get weaker as you get older. Your body starts to degenerate slowly after the age of 30. And so I'm trying to save your life. I'm trying to start a movement because you are not meant to be inactive. Your body, your DNA, God has designed you to be someone who trains resistance, someone who trains his body, someone who tries to be the best version of himself, and someone who works on the vessel that God has granted to them. These philosophers, they all knew it. When you look at Socrates, he was a built man. He used to be a Spartan, a fucking warrior. He used to be a warrior. There's a reason why people like the great men of old often harnessed their physical strength and struggled in physical conquest is because there's a spiritual element into training your body. And I'm here to help you realize that. I'm here to turn you into a gym rat because unless you become a gym rat, you're just going to be the same fucking person that you've always been. I'm trying to consolidate the road of fitness. It's like fitness is on these very different branches. Oh, I'm gonna try this keto diet. Oh, carnivore diet. Oh, I heard I can be vegan and build muscle. Oh, I should do strength training. Oh, hypertrophy. Oh, I'm gonna play with kettlebells and dumbbells all day. It doesn't really fucking matter what you do. You need to pick up heavy circles and put them down. You need to do it for the rest of your life and keep it simple because I was a retard pretty much my entire fitness journey, and I look freaking amazing. I look amazing as someone who didn't take the advice of all the influencers that you see online, who literally just stuck to the basics and just stay consistent for his entire life. And if you want to have the same results, you got to do the same thing. So my goal on this channel is to basically implant my mind, my mode of thinking into you, because unless you have my brain, unless you have the brain of a gym rat or someone who trains for the rest of his life, his morals, his ethics, you're going to stay the same person, because you were always meant to have this kind of body. Your ancestors had this kind of body. Your great 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 grandfather had this sort of physique. Why don't you? It's because we're being manipulated by society in this day and age, and we're stuck in a realm of comfort. So I'm trying to help break that out of you. And that's why you need to understand why lifting is your moral duty. Building your body is your moral obligation in this world as a man. And I specifically mean as a man, as a male. As a male and as a man, you should feel the need to feel strong. You have an innate desire to feel strong and to build strength and to conquer. It's in you. If you do not have that desire, there is something wrong with you. And the only reason why you would disagree with me on this fact is if you're conditioned by society and you're thinking, oh no, I don't compete. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't need to be strong. That's a cope, and that's a lie. When you look at society, society looks at a man as a protector, as someone who protects their household, as someone who protects the boundaries of society. You need to feel prepared as a protector. It's not about owning guns or anything. You need to just physically feel like you're prepared to handle things. As a man, you probably have, like, this may sound retarded, this may sound stupid, but honestly, bear with me and listen to what I'm saying. You get those random thoughts of getting into fights. You get those random thoughts of the worst case scenario things happening in your day-to-day life. I know that you have these thoughts. You probably imagine someone, like, maybe trying to start some fight with you, or maybe somebody messing with your girl or trying to assault your woman, or or something happening to your mom. All guys can relate to this. Every guy has this sort of thought. With that being said, do you actually want to act like that shit really couldn't happen? Like, I think there's two types of guys. There's a type of guy who has those thoughts and then prepares himself for those things. And then there's a second type of guy who just, oh, but that's not gonna happen. I can deal with it. Teehee, nothing's really wrong. And everyone's civilized, everyone's normal, everybody's my friend. That's not fucking true. Stuff happens all the time. And maybe because I grew up in a predominantly somewhat ghetto area in my youth, I kind of saw the reality of human nature. I seen people get their shit stomped out. I seen people get stole from, get robbed. So I thought, like, in my mind, I thought to be physically prepared. But you probably lived in a sheltered environment where nothing really bad happened to you, right? You probably lived in that sort of environment, and that's why you think it's okay to be weak as fuck and to basically be kind of a bitch. Well, even though you have that sort of conditioning growing up like that, the thing is that you probably still have those thoughts. Those thoughts aren't there for no reason. They're the thoughts of your ancestors. They're the thoughts of generations passed down to you. You innately have this mode in your mind that's ready to switch on at any moment to fulfill your primal duty as a man, and that's to be physically dominant and to protect. With that being said, you should feel strong. You should feel the need to have power and to have dominance over threats, over enemies, over other men, if you feel like it's necessary. It's not like a predatorial, evil sort of ego thing. That's not what it is. It's simple principle. As a man in society, you are seen as a protector role, as a guardian, as a shield and a sword. Why not fit the fucking description? Because it's primal. It's not about having a gun or having, oh, I know how to fight. I know how to box. I have tons of friends that tell me they know how to box and everything and that they know how to fight. Oh, I can fight. I can box. But if you're 135 pounds and I'm 200 pounds, it doesn't matter what you know how to do, bro. I can fold you up and put you in a drain. It doesn't matter. And even so, most people know how to fight and box anyway. So you need to learn, you need to see building muscle as your moral duty. Knowing how to fight isn't an excuse to be physically weak. It's not an excuse to physically be weaker than someone else. Your woman shouldn't have the same strength as you. You may think that this is sexist or whatever, but your woman wants to feel that you are stronger than her, genuinely. Your woman also has a primal tendency and a primal feel to want to be absorbed by your strength and to feel like her man that she lets inside of her is stronger than her. They're not, even if some may disagree with me and act like what I'm saying is sexist, or you may see people in the comment section, oh, that's not true. I don't mind that my man's muscular. Bro, don't fucking listen to it, dude. It's complete manipulation. You want to be stronger than her. People want to see that you are a strong man. People see a strong man and they see that this person is dependable. Literally, it doesn't even matter what sort of environment you work in. I've worked in office environments and I've worked in blue collar environments and educational environments. People see that I build muscle and they automatically want to give me more responsibilities. They automatically trust me and see me as a trustworthy person because your physique as a man says something about you. You should have that primal need to feel strong and you should accept it and act on it, because I know you're insecure about something happening. You are insecure as a man that you are not physically able to stop something that you do not want from happening. You need to embrace that and you need to act on it. It is your moral duty to be strong as a man. And you may say, oh, but my self-esteem isn't based on muscle. I'm not shallow like this. Like this fake woke mindset that I see in society. It's just, you have this fake woke fucking bullshit mindset of, oh, I'm not, my self-esteem doesn't depend on my muscle. I'm strong, teehee. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't. You think that you feel strong, you're strong mentally. Oh, well, I'm strong mentally. Well, when someone wants to do something to you and you can't stop it because they're stronger than you, and you don't resistance train because you're over here trying, like, feeling an ego, having an ego boost because you're an intellectual, even though you're probably not even that smart anyway. You're not gonna feel superior. You're not gonna feel dominant. Your self-esteem is gonna get lower. It's just gonna get lower, and that's reality. It's a primal need to be physically strong. It is your moral duty. My second point is the world's perspective on you will reflect your self-esteem. And I do believe self-esteem is a myth, because there's no such thing as feeling innate value in yourself if you do not give innate value to others. There is no such thing. Human beings since the dawn of creation have been social creatures. We have our value dictated on how we give to others and how we contribute to the world around me. I'm not going to be a selfish prick and not have a job, but not contribute to society, not make any money, and not develop myself as a man for my mother, my brothers, and my family, and then act like I should have high self-esteem. I don't fucking deserve high self-esteem if I don't do shit for myself, especially if I don't work on my physical health. That also reflects on how the world sees you. If the world sees you as a bum, as someone who's skinny and someone who's overweight, they're going to see you as untrustworthy, someone who doesn't take care of themselves, someone who simply is just not a good example for what are the values of growth in society. It's true. And you feel it because when you look in the mirror and you look at your gut, when you look in the mirror and you look and see that you're skinny, you're not strong, you don't even feel dependable. It's innate. It's a reflection. Self-esteem is a reflection of your role in society. It's a pure reflection. It's a whole myth. There's no such thing as, oh, I love me for me. There's no such fucking thing as that. That shit doesn't fucking exist. In fact, it's a childish, dumbass mindset that's been promoted in Western society as of late that really doesn't contribute anything to the fucking world. If you don't contribute anything to the world and you don't work on yourself and you don't strengthen yourself, you don't fucking deserve to have high self-esteem. You really don't. You don't deserve to feel good about yourself if you don't even take care of yourself. That's why do you think fitness is one of the cures to depression? Taking care of your physical health can literally cure mental illness and depression if you do cardio and resistance train. It's because your body is wired to give you what you deserve. If you don't take care of yourself, the world and the universe and God will literally punish you for it. It will punish you for it, physically or mentally or however. So don't fall for this bullshit of, oh, my self-esteem, it's, I love me for me even though I have fat hanging past my belt line. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's for weak people who don't carry traditional masculine values. You are a man. Society respects you as a man. Even now, Where the more masculine you are as a man, people respect you. It doesn't even matter if you're gay or if you're straight or whatever. I live as a masculine man. I'm just gonna be honest. This is kind of off script. But the more masculine you are, the more people respect you. Even though I seem more conservative, liberal people, gay people, trans people, straight women, all the entire spectrum, they love me because I have a masculine dominant base that's just centered in peace, that's centered in stoicism. And it's reflected through my physique. You want that for yourself. You want that for yourself. You want to be seen as a aroma of peace and in the kingdom of peace to other people around you and so on who can give value. The whole idea of, oh, he's the buff, jockey, arrogant guy, blah, blah, blah. That's fucking propaganda bullshit. So don't act like being the skinny neck philosopher archetype sort of mindset guy where, oh, I do boxing, oh, I outsmart people, or this fucking mindset of I have high self-esteem because I have hobbies or whatever. Dude, get out of that fucking mindset. You are a man. You need to look like one and you need to build your body like one. Your self-esteem is low. Good. Work to build it up, and you can start with your body. And that's another point. You need to honor the primal state of other people. Other people are still primal. We are still irrational animals. You think that we decide things off of logic? Then logically, why did you eat what you ate to get 300 pounds? Why did you eat what you ate to get over 200 something pounds sitting with 30% body fat? Why? Because you thought it was healthy? No, we don't logically do anything. We do things illogically, and it has a lot to do with our amygdala and a primal part of us. With that being said, that same primal part of us is constantly judging other people and sensing other people's energies. You have to honor that and show people that you're a dependable person. When you look at like the ancestor of the tribe, I'm gonna get into like some bro evolutionary psychology here, some bro evolutionary psychology, right? The leader of the tribe, the people that are most trustworthy, the people that were seen as leaders. How do you think they looked? Were they fat? Were they skinny? Were they slow? Were they out of shape? They looked like me. They look like physically dependable people. And those people, what do you think happened to them? They got more responsibilities and better treatment. They took care of more people because they had to hunt more. They had to fish more. They had to do more things for other people. They had to make sure their tribe ate. And what do you think they did in return? The tribe would then treat them with better respect, would give them more women, would give them more berries and more meat because their success as a whole depended on them. Naturally, innately, society will see you as an asset and as a gift to them when you build your physique, when you take care of yourself. So for you to be the kind of person who's like, oh, I don't need a resistance train. I don't need to train my body. I don't need to build my body and take care of my physique and build muscle. You're inadvertently telling people that you don't really care if their tribe is safe or not. Do you think that your wife doesn't want you to have more muscle? You think that she would start complaining that you built muscle? That you think your kids, do you want your kids to look at you and say, oh, dad's average, and then they see me walking around past them in the grocery store and they're like, man, I wish my dad looked like that. Do you want that shit to happen? Even kids innately. I've seen a video of like this has actually happened to me too. A kid literally walked up to me, a little black kid walked up to me and asked me if I could be his dad. He asked me if I could be his dad or his big brother or something just because I was working out in a park and I had a sick physique. People would naturally want to be protected by guys like me. They want me in their life. You need to give that to your wife. You need to give that to your son, to your kid. You need to give that to your society and the people around you, whether you're in the workplace, especially if you're in the military like me, and whether you're in school or whatever, your girlfriend or whoever, you need to give that to them. Taking care of your physical body is your moral duty because it literally helps the society and the world around you. You make the world a better place by building your body as a man. And you need to honor the body you've been given. That's my last point. You need to honor the body you've been given. You were forced to live in this body, whatever you believe. You're forced to live in this body for 80 years, or 80 years if you have the strength, or maybe even 100 years, which is probably least likely, especially if you follow a traditional Western diet. Why the fuck should you live in your body? Why the fuck should you live in your body for 80 years, 100 years and not figure out how much you can lift and not figure out how strong you can get and not take care of yourself? That's what makes me sick. I don't understand how you can live in this body and not see how strong you can get. You think it's all about money? You think it's all about status? You think it's all about that? I see people that someone made a comment, oh, but bro, it don't matter if you ain't got no money. You can have both, dumbass. You can have both. You can do both calisthenics and you can lift weights. You can do sprints and you can do resistance training. You can learn how to move your body and build muscle. I'm so sick of these people online saying, oh, it don't matter if you want to look strong, do military training. Man, shut the fuck up. You can do all three. You should be doing everything. You should be making money, building your mobility, and building your strength. And you can do that. And my course teaches you how to do that because your life is so disorganized. You probably don't have a schedule. You probably don't have a calendar. You probably don't know what to eat in the day. You're probably mindless with your eating. You probably skipped your meal this morning. You probably don't know what to eat this morning. You probably don't know when to eat this morning. You probably don't have a routine on what to do in the gym. You probably don't have a time in which you do go to a gym. You probably don't have a gym membership. You probably don't know what sorts of gyms to find. My course teaches you all that. The reason that you're not consistent and the reason that you're not fulfilling your moral duty, one, you don't see it as a moral issue. It is a moral fucking issue. And number two, you have no organizational skills. You are not organized. It's really easy to build this physique. I've built this physique while I was working 2 jobs in high school. I built this physique while I was working a part-time job as a full-time student, working 6 days a week while pursuing a fucking accounting degree during COVID. I did all this shit. And it's really easy, but you keep making excuses. You're not going to make an excuse if you see it as a moral issue, though. You're not going to make an excuse of one day someone's doing something to your kid and your wife, and you're not fucking strong enough because you're too busy being a weak bitch to fucking stop them. Yeah, it's going to get real then, isn't it? So why wait till it's too late? You may see me as like, oh man, Chike, oh, you're too paranoid. Shit doesn't really happen. That's my point. You should be paranoid. You should just be that guy. Why not? Why not make other people around you feel safe? The women I date, the women like you, women like me because I genuinely make them feel safe. That's a gift that you should give to other people. My mother feels safe around me. She knows if she's divorced. So if she meets a husband that disrespects or anything, she knows I can fold that nigga up like a piece of paper and throw him in the dumpster. So you need to give that to her too. You need to give that to your kids. You need to give that to the people around you because there's no excuse that you're not that you're not training resistance. Building muscle is a moral duty. You need to fulfill that duty. If you want to learn more, go ahead and click on my videos. Goodbye.